absolutely exploded. How do you have such a strong following? All like people like from like 60, 70 people. That was like 300 people in your fan section.
It's kind of tough. Like, it's just something to be really grateful for. I can't really explain exactly why. So many people want to support what I'm doing. I mean, maybe like a lot of people. There's no one really from my town that's doing this. In Mansfield. Like, I don't really know if there is anybody else. I hope that there is. I try to set an example for other people to follow, and hopefully people try to beat my example. That's what I wanted with wrestling. I was a New England champion in high school, and I did that because I wanted that goal because I wanted someone to be a two-time national champion. I wanted a national champion for high school. I want to set the bar high. And I think that people see that and appreciate that from my hometown.
So let's say there's some like 12-year-old boy, you just saw that he like spent along your career and you really inspired him. What do you want him to take away from everything in your career so far?
Just to never give up. Like after I lost to Ozzy, a lot of people, even some people that might be close to you might doubt you. Not even in a bad way. They just might be like, why do you want to do this? It's not like maybe you shouldn't do this anymore. It's pretty dangerous. But like I'm dangerous and I'm never gonna give up. So like that's as long as you just keep moving, you keep working harder, you keep getting stricter on yourself, with your diet, with your discipline, nothing can beat you. Rest in peace to Kevin Rayland, and he said it himself, like as long as we keep it here and here, like the human being is unbreakable, nothing can break us.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So over here, we mentioned it there, the last fight, and obviously it's been probably a really tough year. Take me through that last year leading into this fight, because I know this meant so much to you to get the win after everything you've been through, just having the loss and not getting to fight.
I really thought that I was ready last time. I think that's what it was. It's like I never really even thought about like maybe I didn't train hard enough. It was kind of hard to deal with the fact that I worked as hard as I did and I didn't get the win. And I realized that that's not, you can't feel bad for yourself. No self-pity. You have to just keep moving.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Why was it so long of a layoff to get back in there? Was it just you needed that time off, or were you waiting for the opportunity? Or?
I was in my last college wrestling season.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
I was a college wrestler, and I had my last college wrestling season, and that was another thing. Didn't end the way I wanted it to. My junior year, I made it to the national tournament, went out to Wisconsin, and didn't get the job done. I wanted to be an All-American, so we were going to go back and do that again this year. I didn't even make it to nationals this year, so I kept that chip on my shoulder, and I'm never going to forget that either.
Yeah, and it worked out well for you tonight. Could you have envisioned this fight going any better? 18 seconds, like, was this picture perfect? Could it have gone any better?
I'll tell you, like, it seemed kind of, I don't know, like, I can't even really remember it at this point, but, like, it was just so quiet, like, right, like, 20 seconds after, and everyone was just standing there. It kind of felt like everything was frozen. Everything was frozen. I didn't even know what was going on. He was laying there. I felt like I was, like life was on pause. Like, I didn't even know what was going on. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could have changed anything. I think that might have been, that was it.
Not to sound cheesy or anything, this is the best moment of your life. I mean, I've never heard a crowd like that before off a knockout. Like, you could just feel that everyone was just wanting you to get the win so much. And like Andrew mentioned before coming in, you had one of the loudest pops. The roof was about to blow off after that knockout.
Yeah, I think that's one of them for sure.
Yeah.
Actually, one of them, I'll tell you, was when I made it to nationals.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys out there were there.
Yeah.
And, a lot of those guys were still cheering me on back in wrestling season my junior year.
Yeah.
And, wrestling is something I've done my whole life. I did 13 wrestling seasons. So when I made it to nationals, I can compare that to this right now.
I got to ask about the entrance music. What is that track?
The 2016 XXL Freestyle was a remix.
Yeah, because I've never heard that before, and it was kind of like a cool vibe. It kind of starts out pretty fast and it slows down a little bit. Like,
yeah, there's no words, and I was actually saying that to one of my boys. I was like, there's no words on it, so it was like no one's gonna hear the words either way, bro.
No, it pumped everyone up. It was great. My last one. How you celebrating tonight? Again, you got the belt. Like, it's again, I know you got a whole. I mean, you could probably just go in the parking lot and have a party with how many people were here, right?
Yeah, we'll see what happens when I get in the lobby. I might get dragged out of here.
Yeah.
I think I didn't get hurt. I don't know if I got touched. So, I mean, I think I don't know. I'll have a good time, but I'm not a big partier, man.
Yeah.
I used to be. I used to have my fun, but like it's old now, bro. Like this means way more to me than any beers or any sort of thing that you can smoke. I don't care about any of that shit.
That's good. Well, I'm not going to keep you from it, man. Go enjoy your victory tour tonight. Appreciate the time.